To, huh, that should work. Can you hear me? Yes, you can. Hey, I got a call from someone. They're like, I desperately need you in this moment for some noise clearing. As you know, in my coaching, a lot of what I do is help people break through the BS and all the noise and the voices and help them get back in touch with their gut. And so, with that in mind, and the day I've had, I haven't actually chosen a topic. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a wild card on the topics. So I'm going to grab some books. This is my thinking. We're going to pick a book. One of two books that I have here in my hand. I'm going to shuffle them up and I know which one's on top. I'm just going to take this book. And I'm going to go, and whatever page this is the topic of today's conversation. Oh my God, I love it. It is Expect Miracles, Strategize Solutions. Okay. Fairness, I did write this book in 2007, I think. So I love it. Okay. This is going to be pivotal for those of you right now who are feeling like they just can't find the hope. Okay. That they're like having trust and faith and just doing the right things every day that they possibly can think to do. And they need to find a way to deal with it. So they've got to be practical and still hopeful. Okay. So when this chapter in the book, by the way, the book is called, and if you haven't seen this and you're like, oh my God, what does that title mean? Married My Mom, Birthed a Dog. Please know that was a joke. Like, it's a sarcastic line that happened in my worst time, my decade of hell. And I did not literally marry my mom. I did not give birth to a dog. And I understand that a dog is not a child, but Winston's pretty close, let's be honest. Anyway, important how to be resilient when life sucks. And for me, life sucked for quite some time in terms of the physical pain with my neuropathic pain, and which has even been flaring up today, right? If I sit too long, it's aggravated. So I had to practice a lot of my strategies in order to manage that pain. But the concept of expect miracles and strategize solutions came from this. When I was sitting with my neurologist and I was screaming at him and ugly crying and like, where's the paper bag for hyperventilating? And I was like, you have to fix me. You have to take the pain away. You have to get me back to where it was. And he's like, Allison, the pain is never going away. You are never going to work full time. You are never going to, be pain free or off medication. By the way, I work full time. I don't take pain medication. And I have elevated my expectations for my life. Take that, Dr. A. Anyway. But here's the thing. I was focusing on the thing that I didn't have control, the miracle of taking back or taking away my pain. Actually, here and where, okay, so I want to keep going on this. And this is where the tasks, obstacles, and adversity came from, right? And so wishing for and hoping for the big miracle that one day I wake up and I no longer have physical pain is when I only spent my time focused on that. The truth is, I robbed myself from the ability to figure out how do I strategically make the best of my pain, right? How do I strategically approach this? So an example is, so expect miracles. So maybe you want to win the lottery. You're like, oh my God, my money is so tight. I need to win a lottery. The strategy is go and buy a ticket. Okay, well, that's not much of a strategy. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to illustrate the point. We can't control if your ticket is the one that's going to come in. Like, that's just not how it works. So expect miracles. Have faith that one day I'm going to be pain free. Have faith that one day you're going to have millions of dollars sitting in your bank account. Have faith that the person you long for is one day going to wake up and think that you're the one, right? I mean, we've all been there at some point in our lives. Let's be honest, unless you're married and you don't have to worry about that anymore. Good for you. Um, those are the miracles we can't control, but we can strategize the solutions. We can go, okay, I might expect that one day I'm going to be a multimillionaire, but I can't control the lottery. So, what is the strategy that will, if I follow it, be inevitable to lead to results? Okay? That is that's where our power is. And this is the difference between what we can control and what we can't control. And so expect miracles. Having that hope, having that faith that one day things are going to be great. One day everything's going to work out. What a great way to step into faith, but we can't do that alone. It's like when you talk about The Secret or manifestation, there are people who say you just write it on a piece of paper, put it away, never think about it again, and leave it, and you just you can't go, okay, where's my miracle? We have to look at that and go, okay, that's the thing I want. Now, the universe could provide that super fast. It could pull it out of thin air that it's just going to happen. And we have to take the steps to get us there. Now, let me go to this part in this book. And this was when I did the Resiliency Ninja. I don't know if you remember that at all. My branding, people still refer to the Resiliency Ninja. But look at here, the Stay Strong formula for the Resiliency Ninja. Let's look back on my 2017 thinking brain. Here we go. List your challenges. Determine if they are a task, an obstacle, or an adversity. Interesting. My 2017 brain and my 2021 brain, very aligned. I have grown, for the record, since then, but still on track. Let's look at step number 2. Identify this was interesting. Okay. Identify the specific byproducts that result from the tasks or the obstacles and adversities you've listed. And so I think now I'd probably change that phraseology, but the idea was you have adversities, and from adversity comes new obstacles. And when we solve an obstacle comes new tasks. And the tasks is where we have high level of control. Adversity, we have a low level of control. Our miracles are up in that wishing, wanting, adversity potentially, or the big things that are completely out of our control to have happen. Right? All of a sudden, cancer to spontaneously go away. Right? I have some friends right now who are going through really serious cancer diagnoses. And the truth is the miracle is, I hope each of them wakes up tomorrow morning and it's cancer free and you're in remission and it's not even an issue. Strategize Solutions is being open to every alternative medicine you can find, taking your advice from your doctors, getting the chemo, getting the surgery, getting the radiation. That's what's within our control. Running a GoFundMe campaign to help people pay for that. I actually have a friend right now who's such an incredible human and got diagnosed with some really unfortunate and tragic cancer, but she is improving. And so the miracle is going to happen. I expect it to happen. And so a bunch of us have all, contributed and, tried to promote this GoFundMe campaign. So if that's of interest to you, please let me know and I will share that link with you because she's an incredible human being. So we've got our list of challenges. We determine if they're tasks, obstacles, or adversity. Then we identify what comes out of those pieces of the puzzle. And then we create workarounds for each of the resulting obstacles. And so that was step 3. And then step 4 is adjust your tactics and notice arising byproducts, because those just keep coming, right, from every problem we have, until you've minimized the accumulated impact of your adversities. Well, I like that line. Minimize the accumulated impact of your adversity. Now, I said to somebody yesterday, I said, listen, you can't cheat grief. You got to go through it. You got to go through it. But from grief, there are going to be some things that are going to happen. So you might be exhausted. So that's an obstacle. And then we strategize. Okay, what are the byproducts from grief? I'm exhausted. I'm sad. I don't have focus. I'm having trouble. I don't want to return all of the notes from people. I don't feel like talking with people right now. Whatever those things are, like actually write it out. And then we go, okay, I don't want to talk to people right now. Well, maybe you put an autoresponder on your email. There's a solution. That's how we strategize solutions to help us get there. And with that really great phrase, if the author does say so herself. Sorry. Look how brilliant my stuff is. Anyway, I think this is what happens when you're just enjoying your days. Enjoying your days at home. All right. This line, minimize the accumulated impact of your adversity. Because it's not going to take away the hurt. It's going to take away the accumulated impact of those adversities. Yeah. Make a list of everything that your life is hard. It goes on. Caring for aging parents, going through a divorce, suffering from pain or grief, dealing with financial troubles, and so on. Write down all your adversities, obstacles, and tasks. Actually, back then I used stress. I gotta actually reprint this book because I think it's so critical. There's so much content in here, but I've switched my thing. You can refer to your original list from chapter number 14, turning sticks into sinkholes. I'll leave that for you. Let's break down each adversity into smaller, more manageable consequences that you can overcome. Basically, we want to identify the obstacles that are caused by your adversity because the obstacles we can tackle and solve. So I hope that makes you see how that works. There are a whole bunch of coaching questions at every one of these at the end of each chapter in this piece. So anyway, there was the wild card. I might do that every Friday. You know what? That's what we'll do. Every Friday during this lockdown, which is going to be 6 weeks, not 4, and maybe longer. We don't know. I'm going to come here Monday to Friday at 3:15, and I just offer a little idea and inspiration. And there are people watching live, but nobody made any comments on LinkedIn. I don't know why my Facebook comments don't come up, but let me just go over and check Facebook, because if you're watching live, I want to give you a shout out because I'm just so grateful to have you here. And okay, I've got lots of notifications. Let's see if they're related to this particular post. Oh, there we are. Thank you, Greg. I've mentioned perspective before. I love how you break things down into something manageable. Well, see, and this is thank you for your compliment. And this is the important thing to me is we've got to figure out what can we do to empower ourselves to be okay regardless of the shit hitting the fan around us, right? Hopefully, you know when you make a comment and then like a week later people laugh at it and you're like, I don't even remember what I said. Anyway, there's no things there. But LinkedIn, your comments will always pop up on the screen. In actual fact, this is whack-a-mole was the first sentence. You know, one day maybe I just might read this book. I'm going to go re-edit it. I think it's got to be updated. But anyway, I digress. I am so grateful for each and every one of you. I am loving this because you know what it does is it pushes me to think and to keep my brain sharp so that when I have a keynote, when I have a presentation or a breakout session or I'm coaching somebody, my brain is not in idle gear, being down in lockdown, because I need to do something that gets my brain thinking every day. And I've got some great presentations coming up next week. Super excited about them, and new prospects. So I think this stuff is working because people are going, hey, we want you to come and speak for our team. And so if you know anybody who has a team who would like to get a bit of inspiration and some great tactics and perspective, then please, by all means, reach out to me at allisongraham.co, and I will see you there. All right, we've hit the 15-minute mark. Thank you again for being here. This has been Friday's Lockdown Lift Up Wildcard topic. And next week, I will do this from one of the books. I'll grab the books from over there too, except for the one that's written in Mandarin, because in fairness, I can't read it. Bye.